Eileo guys, and welcome back. I know this guide has been a long time coming, but honestly I haven't been too sure on how to attack this subject. In today's video, let's talk about runes. So before we begin, what are runes exactly? Runes simply are a key subsystem of character customization. Each character can equip up to 4 and the max rune capacity level is 10, meaning all 4 runes depending on their quality cannot exceed a certain number. The top rune is what I refer to as the main rune, as it's the one that has an animal shape on it and has a skill that procs with a required action. The 3 runes below it I refer to as sub-runes, equally as important, but I think distinction is also very important. Now let's talk about what they do exactly. Runes in the very beginning of the game seem only to boost your stats by a little because the ones that you get are usually just garbage. Later on in the game, when you can get plenty of honor points, which you can then spam rune chests in the shop, well, things begin to change. This currently is the best way to get runes for your characters. Keep spamming it every day until you get what you want. You will notice that runes not only provide stat increases that can be big or small, but also added properties. It's with these properties where runes really begin to shine, and they can tweak a character that feels slow, sluggish, and weak and make them, a beast in whatever content that you're using them in. You also should notice that each class has a specific rune catered to them. For example, wounds, let me clarify that, Jiggle Wounds is the eagle, while Dean's is the rock. Lee is the mermaid, while Ocasio is the tiger. So each class has a specific rune that goes with them. But let's take a look at my Gwen for a good example. Her runes are heavily based on basic attack speed. You may ask yourself, but why, Eileo? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that? Well, Gwen's skills aren't that strong to begin with. Her animations can be long, and damage-wise, it's nothing amazing in my opinion. So what did I decide to do instead? Offset her weakness, which are her skills, with a strong point, her basic attack. Is this the proper way to build her? Who knows? This is just an example. Going through the hero book for comparison, I see that the higher up Gwens are built with physical attack and critical damage for their runes instead. The point of this system is to tweak characters how you like them. The sad part about this is that my Gwen right now is the weakest person in my squad. Once I get Kale up, I plan to switch her out. But let's take a look at another example over here. Let's take a look at Jiggle Wound. For Jiggle Wound's damage, I'm mainly aiming for critical damage. Since Wound is a burst character, I want his damage to be really good the times that he does hit. Having his attack speed boosted, for example, is nice, but it's also playing roulette, as he's a close range character, which could get him stuck in some unwanted attacks. But with more crit added to his moves, I can increase his DPS once his skills are off cooldown by making them more powerful. Hopefully this provides a bit more insight into how to use runes. Once again, is this the proper way to do it? It's really up to you. In the end, if it works, it works. If you need better rune insight, then I implore you to look up the strongest characters in the games, and to those that proudly display their characters, take a look at their equipment and their runes. Just remember, these can be situational, and having 2 sets of runes doesn't sound that crazy. So whenever in doubt, hero book and look at other players' setups should give you some insight on how to maximize your damage or use of that characters. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this rune video. There will be another rune video on the way. I guess I'll title it maybe Rune Part 2. But in that video, I will just talk about the common rune setup that I see on all of the characters in the game so far. So definitely stay tuned for that. As always, guys, make sure you liked if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribed if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.